We good? Receiving content. We're going to try this again. Cool. It's actually working. Let's see for how long, because it probably won't be very long. But I was going to mess with Pixel Car Racer because it's been a very long time, and instead of making it like an extended video, I was just going to live stream it, and if people show up, people show up. If you don't show up, then you don't show up. Yeah, I was going to potentially even... It's an advertisement. It's just there. I would never touch that game. Actually, I can't even remove it. Yeah, I can't even move it because these are advertisements. I haven't modified this yet. But yeah, the Racing Rivals thing, that's for something else. What's up, Fuji? But yeah, I wanted to mess with Pixel Car Racer. I was going to just do it on my own and like record the results. But I'll just do it, I guess. I'll do it with a live stream instead. I actually just now realized I don't know how to ADB push and pull from an emulator. I need to open the command prompt real quick and learn how to do that. Devices. Please? Huh. Does not show that it's connected. How do I make you connected, sir? We're doing it live. Yeah, that's fine. Just realized I don't know how to do this. Huh. Landscape mode, fixed window size, virtual buttons on the bottom. Oh, it's probably one of the side buttons. Rotate, lock mouse to emulator window, synchronize operations to all instances, video record. Oh, that's new. Macro recorder, that's cool. Restart, double finger. Oh, that's kinky. Screenshot. Virtual location, multi-instance, shake, keyboard control, my computer, add APK file, full screen, increase volume, decrease volume, close all apps. Huh. How do I make... Google? We're gonna Google it. ADB connect localhost 21503. Huh. Well, that didn't work. I think people just play Roblox for the memes at this point. What are you even updating? Like, where's the settings? Is there a way I can do it here? Build version, build number. Yay, I'm a developer, guys. USB debugging? Yes. Don't care about that. Show touches? Yes. I don't know why I always turn that on, but it is what it is. Come on. Thank you. Alright, let me retry this. How in the shit do I connect to this? Why the hell do I now have Star Trek? Alright, advertisements are annoying. Okay, I'm going to type these things off of here because it'll show my IP, and we don't want that. That one. Fine. Huh. Oh. Got it. Alright, we're going to close the command prompt so you don't see my IP address. Reopen it, and we're going to connect to Knox here, I think. $62025. Grr! Alright, never mind. Well, we're going to do it the hard way. Bloxburg. I've heard of that. I've never messed with it. Wait, maybe it's this port. It's just guessing ports at this point because I don't know how to figure out which one it is. It's that one! Got it. So ADB devices. Yes! Alright, so we're in it. Well, let's make sure. Yep, cool. Alright, we're connected to Knox with CMD. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. So, one thing that I'm going to do first straight away that I don't know if it's going to work or not is install a very clean version of Pixel Car Racer, the oldest version of the game that exists, because I need to know if an old version works to do what I want to do. Star Trek, go away. Pixel Car Racer. I need to see if this works. We're going to hope. I literally can't type. We're just going to do Tech 1. Alright, okay. So it doesn't stop you. That's good to know. Cool. So it doesn't stop you. That's what I needed to know. Although, if I go in and do something like... Okay, to do the cloud service, I have to log in on Facebook. I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see. That's fine. That's the point. So, a long time back, and I don't believe I have these files anymore, I actually, by hand, went in and modified the game save file. Now, any of you guys that are familiar with CSR Racing will know exactly what I'm getting at when I say game save editor or game save creator. I want to try to create a game save editor for this game. There isn't one out there. There's so many players of this game. It would be a very cool thing to give to the public that play this game. So I want to see exactly what they have here. Okay, so not that many cars. I've also always wondered how hard it would be to add custom cars to this game and like just go full bore on modding this game, because we know how it's made. I believe the game engine's called Game Salad. I think that's it. They've been promising for years a custom game engine with a whole new game, and like it's literally 3.5 years later and they still haven't even given us the story mode on this one. So don't hold your breath, and that's why I'm going after the game. I finally found a game that I might actually have a heavy interest in modding and potentially racing rivalsing, if you know what I mean. So we're going to have some fun with this. Now that I know I can do all that, I need to exit out, and we're going to dig through the APK for a second. So 052, I already have it open. There's not much to it. You're not getting an advertisement spot from me. Every other YouTuber does it already. Go away, Star Trek. Nobody cares. Anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to dig through the assets here a little bit, just figure out exactly what's going on here. So there is an x86 folder. We'll be deleting that. OpenAL and Yo-Yo. There's a MIPS folder. So as far as I know, this is using GameSalad. There's an Apache server? Huh. Wonder what that opens. If there's a web page somewhere in here, I could teach you guys how to hide a browser miner for something like whatchamacallit. Oh god. My brain stopped. My brain's dead weight. I can't figure out which Spice Girl I want to impregnate. If anybody gets that reference, you're the real MVP. You can see the music that I've been listening to lately. So I already extracted the release.ini and was messing with it for a second, and then I went, let me live stream this instead. That is... Well, now you guys know what all my bills are every month. I'm going to move that to my other monitor. Yeah, let's just leak my bills. Anybody want to pay those? Because that's pretty much the only information you're getting for that. So I need to see also what's in this one. And we'll go from there. So that's not what I want. I was just seeing what I had open in Notepad++ here. But what I want to try to do is that. And then we're going to enable debug mode. That's their Facebook ID. They do have Google. Wonder what happens if I disable this. I don't care about trace, landscape. Alright, that's all good and said and good. So 1180 is the current version of the game. We're going to modify that. Modify this to be the same thing. False. Debug and that. Okay. We're going to save both of those. I do have a backup for this, so delete. Copy those over into here. Now they're back. There we go. This must be where the files are actually saved. Or that's just the chart boost. Okay, so game.droid. Let's see what you are. Is there anything in here I can mess with? I'd probably have to use QuickBMS to extract this. Although here's a sprite. ARGP. Wonder if there's any actual physical readable text in here. I feel like it's just all images and stuff. Yeah, I see no readable text. Probably should have eaten dinner before I started streaming, but that's okay. So that's just all an encrypted file. There's probably a way to extract that. I'll look into that later. Actually, I'll look into it right now real quick, because I have QuickBMS open anyway. Look at their search option. Droid. Search. Does not look like it. .droid. No results. Wait, what was the first line of this in the hex? Let's see. Well, that didn't help. The weird little AE thing. That didn't help at all. Let me just do form. Oh, God. Yeah, that brought up a ton of useless information. Let me see what I get for this. It's literally just a dot. Why am I getting a box? Like, it doesn't recognize dots. Gen 8. Yo-Yo Games, I found a way to extract it. Sweet. Let's do it. Let's extract this file. I'm going to come back to the live chat. I wonder what Yo-Yo Games actually is. Here, I'll bring this over. So for those of you who have never heard of Quick BMS, you can use it to... It's basically a universal extractor that it just uses a script, like this one right here, to extract stuff from specific files. So it just really depends on, as you can see, it has all the form stuff here, the Gen 8 thing, the Yo-Yo Games. I should have known to search Yo-Yo Games instead. But, you know, that's just me. Let's get this back up. Alright, so we're going to launch that. We're going to... Okay, that's back to Droid. Good. It's not a 4 gig file, so we're going to launch this one. Scripts, Yo-Yo Games, Passport, modding, Pixel Car Racer 1052, Game Droid. And this is where Game Droid. This is the extraction point. And as we can see, we just extracted all the game files for this. That is awesome. That does not mean I know how to put them back. I have no idea how I'm going to put them back. Oh no. But let's see what I found here. So I have the game open here. Whoa. STRG. Revised. So this is just all the file names here. That's awesome. And some code, it looks like that's... Huh. I have no idea what that shit is, but it's got to do with text and stuff probably. Here we go. All the textures. Some random data file. This will be actually one of my useful streams. Oh my god. Anyway, we found the sound files. Interesting. That's a 3 KB file, so that's a little... You know what? No. We'll just edit with Notepad. Okay, so there's nothing there that I can modify. Bunch of Asian characters, basically. NFC. Interesting. Again, another file that has absolutely nothing useful in it. Fonts. .tap. I've never heard of .tap before. Huh, interesting. Again, useless file. Form 0. Gens, that's nothing. Glob, nothing. Language, nothing. Maybe something? Nope, gibberish. Awesome. All gibberish. Got it. Just object textures or something, who knows. I would very much enjoy finding useful stuff. Yeah, see, it's all gibberish. There's gonna be textures of the car files somewhere. There has to be. Well, I mean, there's these. So we could make custom racetracks. Custom garage stuff. Interesting. There's the garage. Ooh, I would really love to turn that into the Nitto Legends garage. That'd be hilarious. Sprites, roadways, racetracks, whatever. Pretty cool. All the gauges and stuff. Could mod those into the Legends gauges. That would be fun. Just got to find a way to put them back. That's the hard part. I didn't see the cars, unfortunately. I wonder where all the cars are. I bet you I missed a file or just didn't find it yet. We'll go by size here. Game.droid, chart boost, Unity ads. That's interesting because I don't think it's made with Unity. Splash screen, portrait splash. That's just that. Got it. I don't see the cars. I wonder if they're in res for some reason. That's just XML layout. No, that's just regular drawable stuff. That has nothing to do with it. I don't see the cars. Wonder where the cars are coming from. Yeah, screw that. Interesting. Where's the cars? Unless they are in here and they're just one of these weird files. Like this is 127 KB. I would love to find the cars. 1 KB. Oh, you know, I bet they're Sprite 60. What's your file type, sir? No idea. There's a lot of blank space, though. And a lot of just random Fs. A lot of blank space. Pretty much all blank space. Race garage, Sprite 18, garage, dealership start, race board, message board. In-app main, car store. I see nothing to do with the cars. I'm going to look a little bit more. I'm going to just go through this stuff one more time. See what we find. Yeah, there's nothing there in file size. I wonder if... I don't care. That's just you. No, I don't care about CSR2. I just mentioned that, didn't I? Interesting. That's just racing rivals. So, data, somewhere in here. I don't remember what the package name is. So I gotta scroll through like this. Studio, whatever. App textures, no. App web view. That's just some useless shit. Useless stuff. Files, app event data. This will come in handy later. That's some of the info we need. Lib and shared prefs. Huh. I don't know where the cars come from. I wonder if they're loaded at the time of first running the app. The first time you run the app, they're downloaded or something, and you just don't notice because they're huge, or they're really small. So we're going to delete that because I put those modified files back. We're going to go into here. Yeah, because that's a big APK file. And we're going to run the game. Actually, wait, is this... Okay, so that's still there, but I need to make sure that it's running through Charles. It is. Good. Alright, so let's see if I actually see this. I realize my chat is hidden. Let me see if I can somehow get these both on the freaking screen. We're going to do this. We're going to launch the game, see what happens, see if any connection shows up over here. No connection at all. We'll just do that. So where are the cars? There is no connection to the outside world whatsoever from this app that I can at least detect with this. And I didn't see the cars. Like, we're going to just make sure it's even working. Racing Rivals should show up over here. No, it shouldn't. I broke it last time I messed with it. That's right. It doesn't work on my computer anymore. Never mind. To open something random. I don't know. Does root browser connect to a server? No. Where's just like... Actually, I think this isn't working. Or it's going through the wrong thing here. Yeah, it might be going through the wrong thing here. Let me make sure real quick. That's not what I want. I'm going to double check that I have this right. Because I feel like maybe that's what it is. It's not connected right through the wireless connection here. Oh my god. That's what it was. I mean, it wouldn't have it would have showed something though if I opened it up. So allow. So all I've seen so far are these showing up, which is just like stupid crap like this. That's a video file. I don't care about that. So it's an advertisement, basically. I don't know what that is. I'm going to delete this real quick. I'm going to exit. Oops. Hello? Where did Knox go? Huh. Doesn't show up on that. Interesting. We're going to delete this once again because this is just how it goes. RR does not work for Okay, so this is going to sound really selfish. Racing Rivals does not work for anyone except me. God, that sounds terrible. But it's kind of true. So it's hard to explain. Basically, you have to have certain files, certain programs, and know how to capture all that certain crap in one felt swoop. So I don't know what this is either. So we're going to go enable SSL. This is like that's like an internal server. Unity adds, Unity adds, Unity adds, Unity. I don't even know if I want to know what this is. So am I getting anything new? Not getting anything fun. Dealership? Yeah, I don't know where the cars are. Interesting. Anyway. I've heard of it. I've never played it, so I don't know, like, any information about it. I'm sure it's probably doable. In fact, if you want to know if a game is moddable, just check Android Republic. Saludo Racing. There is a mod for yeah, I think that's how you say it. Assoluto Racing, Real Grip Racing, and Drifting. Oh, so it's just basically a goddamn clone of Nitro Nation. Got it. What version is the game on now? Kind of looks fun. 2.1.4. That's the version this mod is. So I guess the game hasn't been updated in quite some time. If you go to that link, Peg, that's a public APK mod. Basically, crash into the wall to successfully complete the task for obtaining a license in circuit racing. To successfully complete license tasks, complete the tasks in turn. Departures are possible when some cards are turned on. Possibility of ban is not excluded. If necessary, you can install the original firmware site without deleting anything. Actually, that doesn't say what the mod is done to it. It'd be something I might mess with in my spare time, since it looks like they haven't done an update since freaking March. And the kind of games that I actually really like modding are the games that don't update anymore, because then you never have to update your mods. So anyway, I was talking about making a game save editor, and I'd like to do that. So let's see if I can make a game save editor. So the first thing that I want to do is install a clean version of the game. There we go. And eventually, thank you, I'm going to launch the game, and then we need to start. We need to do a player name. I'm going to do three to 10 characters. Damn it. We'll do TechX. Oh, you can do uppercase and lowercase. I just hate that I can't actually type. I also find it very strange you can't, like, reserve a username on this. Like, there could be multiple TechX's in this game. That's the really dumb thing about it. So As you can see, we have the 15,000, the 10 gems, and the 1 crate. Part stores here. I can go to this and go to like get rewards and stuff, get car wraps. So these are probably loaded. These are loaded by a server connection. I can tell you that right now, because this old of a version of the game does not have, I hear one of my friends. Anyway, does not have like this kind of stuff where it's like the wraps and stuff. So like, yeah, this is loaded from a server, but that's probably the only thing actually loaded from the server. You get crate engines. Didn't they level lock this stuff, or is it just like really high money lock now? I haven't yet touched the actual like new game. But we have the car. Okay. You can get the extra car slots still. They're going to cost you diamonds. We're going to do that eventually while looking at the game save, so we can figure out the difference in how you unlock the extra slots without having to spend diamonds with the game save editor. So for right now, we have it. It's good. Let's go into root browser, and I need ADB as well. So we need to go here. So the reason I'm actually doing this, yeah, that's true. But we're going to do this in the sense of game save. I know I'm using a very outdated version of the game. I'm using 1.0.52. We're going to update eventually to 1.1.80 or whatever the current version is once I have this tool, quote unquote, done, to see what the differences are. Because it might be something along the lines of kind of like, apparently my stream doesn't like swearing there, Sean. I had to allow that. But apparently, I think at some point in time they did change the way the game saves work. So from old versions to new versions, a lot of people lost their game saves right just on their phones from simply clicking update on the Play Store. So there might be something like modifying the game on this old version, or having a base game save to edit from this old version of the game, and then upgrade your version or upgrade your game on your device, then push these files to your device, and it should open them up and it should restore your game save. But I'm not sure, because so far the only way I know to do this is maybe on rooted devices. That's kind of the shit of it. But right now we need to go cd modding pixel car racer. Shit, David can't type. We also need to do quotes because I have spaces. 1052/game save. There we go. So ADB pull data com dot studio, however the hell you spell it. Come on. Scrolling. Studio Furukawa. All right. Furukawa dot pixel car racer. Actually, we'll just pull everything from there. Yeah, definitely missed the Racing Rivals like 5.0 days or 4.0 days. So there we go. Now we have the preferences and shit like that. Let me see. That's useless. Give me Notepad++. Still useless. But that's okay. Because we actually need a hex editor. So there's 2 files when it comes to this. Yeah, that's not important. So there's 2 or 3 files you have to worry about when it comes to, hey, look, the flocks thing. I mean, personally, I prefer the version 4 point whatever, because that was before they went DLL, and I think 4.2.1 was the version when I actually found auto launch. It might have been before that. It might have been 4.0 that I found auto launch, but it was only during the version 4 days before 5.0 that we were able to make auto launch. So, and the funny thing about it is the 4.2.1 APK that we're using to try to get the server thing working. I actually modded into it. Modded the auto launch and AutoNOS into the APK we're using for testing anyway, for trying to make the server again. But the reason it shut down was because it wasn't profitable, and within the next 2 to 3 months they were going to have to pay the basically the car companies royalties for using the cars in the game, and since the game wasn't profitable, it was going to be a huge debt to take on to try to pay for that. So there was no point in paying for it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There was just no money for the game anymore. And a lot of cars would have just randomly vanished, actually. Oh god, I forgot how ugly this was. Oh no. I really forgot how ugly it was to look at this game in a hex editor. Shit. I don't like that. Maybe I regret this stream idea. You're welcome for being able to even get those there, Sean. That was my accidental mod. The funny thing was, and he'll probably punch me in the face if he ever meets me for saying this out loud and admitting it, Sesko used to test my mods before anybody else. So whenever there was an APK that I was going to put out public, I gave it to him first, he tested it with me, and we figured out what worked and what didn't. So you guys probably remember Force Paint. The thing with Force Paint was actually, it was entirely by accident. I was just modifying stuff willy-nilly in the APK, not even paying attention to what I was modding. And he went in to his inventory to paint a car, accidentally selected the wrong car, hit apply wrap, and that's how we discovered Force Paint. Was I just modified things at random. He accidentally himself went into the inventory and wrapped the wrong car, realized, wait, I think I realized my mistake here. I realized my mistake here, wrapped the wrong car, grabbed a car and wrapped it on purpose, and I think the very first wrapped car was just like the wrapped Nissan Skyline GTR, the R35, the one that you can get, I think, for free during the campaign. I think that was the very first car that was purposefully wrapped. And it just exploded from there. And we realized what we had, and that's when I charged a boatload and a half to get the APK. Was after that. I started charging, I think it was $25 a pop. I have all the APKs, Sean. I don't delete shit, is what people have learned with me. Let me see. I'm going to move this in case I accidentally come across porn. It would seriously, I have that many folders on my computer that it honestly wouldn't surprise me. I've been using this computer for a very long time. Probably shouldn't have admitted that out loud. A beer BMW? Oh, just the way it looked, probably. That's an old aisle to CPP dumper. So, that's not it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. Packages. That's not it. I wish it worked that way. I really do. I'd have done it to myself a long time ago. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh my god, some old Nitto stuff I didn't know I had. Alright, you know what? Whether I come across it or not, we'll just get my channel banned. Let's see what I find here. So this is an old Sinful Android backup. Memes. That was a web page I made. Oh my god, the old Pokemon Go bots. That actually still works, believe it or not. I needed this recently. I wonder how much of this even still works. I cracked so much of this. Oh yeah, Sean does some CSR stuff, we'll say. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Ah, history. I've been told COD Mobile is actually a lot of fun. And I'm not sure if I actually want to play it or not. Supra. Wow, this just totally derailed, but that's okay. Racing Rivals, there's an RR folder. So here's the 602 beta non-root and root. Here's a bunch of the wheel files from downloading from the server. Ugly ass things, 602. These were the official releases. So those are 2 new. I don't know what this is. Oh, that was a remix I was working on. We're not going to go into that. Sinful ROM, that's a Galaxy S5 ROM I made. Tech Suite, we're not going to go into that. Ultimate FIFA bot, we're not going to go into that. Yeah, I have no idea what half this crap is. I know I have upload of APKs elsewhere too. But where they are, I couldn't tell you, honestly. Whoa, what's this? Is this the race bot that I made? No way. Oh my god, it is! This was the race bot for PC that I made. So there used to be, I don't know if there still is, but there used to be a... There used to be a version of CSR Racing for PC. And as you can tell, very old. I'll open this in Notepad because that's what it actually just is just a Notepad file. And these were like shift timers and when to shift. It's actually, I'm pretty impressed with myself for coding it because it was definitely not an easy bot to make, and I actually needed a little bit of help with it. I didn't know I still had that, and I really like that I still have that. It would probably also work with Nox App Player and stuff like that. Let's see if I can find... I know I have more sinful Android backups somewhere. Where did they go? This is the point when I'm going to move it off screen, because who knows what it is. Who knows what I'm going to find. Oh my god, this is some old stuff. Holy crap. Stuff from high school. Yeah, we're not going to show that. That was an ugly mofo. Now you got me really wanting to find this old crap. Thanks, guys. This is not what I thought I'd be doing right now. Wow, back when Rain Meter was cool. So it's not in there. Not in there. Backups. Backup. Documents. Not in there. There's an Android modding folder somewhere that's in a backup folder. That's what I want to find, because that's where this crap is. Oh god, I do not want to go through that. That would take me forever. Huh, some old VHack XT stuff. My old modded Tap Tap Revenge APKs. Those don't work anymore. Clash of Clans server files. Interesting. Ooh, I might have found it. That's not what I wanted. Oh, here we go. All right, I found some really old... This is huge. Oh, it's an Android ROM. Here's another version of the CSR2 bot. Well, same version of the CSR2 bot. The instant messenger I was making at one point. The instant messenger server. Some Minecraft crap. What I want to find... Does anybody want a really cool wallpaper that I actually got retweeted on Twitter at one point by Pendulum and Deadmau5? Pendulum and Deadmau5 both retweeted this at one point when I made it 2 or 3 years ago. I use it as my wallpaper at work, actually. It's the Deadmau5. It was during the United Music Fest when Deadmau5 came out on stage with Knife Party, but it was that same year that Pendulum actually came back as a band again. So I combined all the logos into one. So there's Knife Party, Deadmau5, and Pendulum all in this logo. I don't know what that one is. I don't really care. Let's find... This is old. Ooh, Jesus Christ. So, APKs. I don't know what door is. That's interesting. This is where we're going to find a lot of that Racing Rivals crap that I was talking about. So here's the 4.2.1 beta. The 4.2.1 with auto launch. The Facebook version is right here. Dump DLLs for the Facebook version. Miscellaneous files for the Facebook version. That I didn't know I still had. Interesting. Server files that I dumped. Unity 3D files. Bunch of stuff that I dumped for that. A mod that it's a huge maybe. There's a lot of code that we do have access to and a lot of code we don't have access to put it simply. So I saved like 95% of the server responses and requests for 7.3.1. I saved all that information about a month or two before the game was going to shut down. And now it's possible to play the game through emulation, so to speak, I guess is the easiest way to say it. Possible to play the game through emulation, but not through any other easy means. And there's actually no server, so you are basically just replaying stuff that I recorded. And it's, trust me, it's not good stuff. But to get into a little bit of Racing Rivals history, even though I thought I was going to be talking about, it doesn't work. The only thing that might still work is the Pokemon Go Pokemon Manager, and even then I doubt that still works because that's from 0.30, and I think they're up to like 1.0 now. But a little Racing Rivals history. The half mile here, Sesko and I tested this. I think it was Sesko and I. I actually made a successful half-mile racetrack on Racing Rivals, and it worked online, racing against other people. So we were actually running half-mile races, and in this same modified Racing Rivals APK, we were also doing gear ratio editing. So I actually modified the ratios so we could use like whatever the max horsepower was for the Nissan GTR. I extended the final drive ratio of the gears and let the gears basically play out and hit like 500 miles per hour before finishing a half-mile race. It was freaking insane. There's a bunch of other stuff. So like here's another VIP for 4.2.1, the full hack for something, auto launch, sinful fall of RR. This was another huge APK hack. Like, all my APKs are still here. I actually kind of forgot that I didn't delete them. And then this was the Facebook version. Go back. That's garbage game. Car stuff. Don't know what this folder is. I'm afraid to be in it. I don't think I might be speaking too soon, seeing this is 2016. When did CSR2 come out? Do you remember? Because I hacked the shit out of the beta. The absolute living daylights out of the beta. It's like I predicted the future for what car I was going to buy or some shit. Because I totally drive a Golf R now. But these are 2016 files. So I think they're... So that tells you the OBD, or OBD. God, I've been talking about my Golf too much. The OBB file version is 677. No idea. It also just depends on what game you're talking about, because I don't know. Here's 707. I have no idea what the version numbers would be. For CSR? I don't even know who Lex is, I don't think. So I never messaged anybody. Oh, wait. Was it the guy that messaged me on my Facebook page? Let me go to my TechX Facebook page here. You talking about Alexander? Because I was talking to him. He was just offering server space. He doesn't have any files for Racing Rivals or anything. He just has servers that we could run the game off of if or when we get to that point. So that's still a long ways off. There's a lot more Racing Rivals APKs just encrypted with the forum software I was using. iCloud bypass with an RR APK hidden in the files. I don't want to go in there. I don't trust it. Oh, this was Game Boy. Pokemon Blue stuff. Cool. Sinful ROM was a Android 5.0 ROM that I made for the Galaxy S5. Interesting. More Racing Rivals. Tap Tap Revenge Metallica converted to Android. XAPK, because I was making my own XAPK installer. That never panned out. That's a good album right there. 422. Cool. So these files, them being 677 for the OBB, I don't know how old that is. I mean, I see when they were made, they were created 11/23/2015. But that's about all I know, all I remember. Wasn't I doing some shit with Pixel Car Racer? Anyway, let me modify this real quick, because I want to have some fun with it. I need to remember what each byte does. So this is just the header. I need to do something in the game that'll change this. Fuck it, I'm not going to do that. Let's see. So we're going to change this to 39. Let's see. We'll do 34, 39, 35. So I need a notepad. Thank you. Bytes 0x 09 was originally 38, changed to 39, 0x to 4 through 0x to 6, 33, 38, 34, changed, can't type. Or 39, 35. All right, so we're going to save that and we're going to push it back to this. There is no way anybody has bought the game from Glue. Because from talking to him, I see you trying to bring back RR. Let me know what you need as far as servers. I'll make it happen. And then I told him the size of the storage for the server, which it's definitely over 20 gigs at minimum. Told me that he owns his own company. Told me to tell him what I need and he'll go get it. He's got the money and a dream. And then the conversation basically ended after that. So it does not sound like he bought the game, or else we'd be running it already. So we're going to rename to that, and then we're going to do an OBD put or ADB push. DB push PCR data to data com.studio furukawa.pixel car racer. Racing Rivals is dead. You can't actually play it. We're just talking about it because I'm trying to recode the server with a friend of mine. Oh, it needs to have an extension. .a. Oh, did I flip it? Data com.studio furukawa.pixel car racer. Why am I not able to push this file? God damn it, ADB. Yeah, we're trying. There's no promises, but we're trying. Where's ADB push? There's pull, push. Hold on. God damn it. ADB push later. I guess I could just do that. I think these files are supposed to be the same. I just got to remember which one to edit. I need to move you. Storage emulated pictures. I don't know why it went to pictures, but that's okay. I need a new instance of this. Am I able to create? I am not. Home. Storage. Emulated. 0. Pictures. Copy. Home. Data. Up. Data. Come on. Oh, hey, I can't see you guys. It's so far up in the air right now of if we can even do it that it's hard to even say if it's going to be worth the time to even try anyway. Wait, did that not paste? Oh, there it is. All right, so let's see what happens. Oh, I didn't. Oh, shit. I think it overwrote what I did. You can actually do this right on your device if you just open it and then... Huh. Interesting. Nah. We do stuff illegally here at the TechX studios. That's not what I'm asking for. I don't know. We're going to just do this right on the device real quick. Test exactly what I did. I have a theory on how to do this better. Text file. So I changed this to 39. And then $38.40. We'll do 39 here. $39.41. We'll just see what that does. Save it. Cool. Back out. Go back. I need to rename it. I want to make a game save editor, kind of like you guys do for CSR Racing. That's basically the goal of this. See if we can make a game save editor. Which I know it's possible because we can edit it by the bytes of the game save. That didn't change jack shit. Damn it. Alright. I guess I gotta change a lot of the file. Or... well, here. Let me see, did it change it back, maybe? It did not. So actually it just didn't do anything. We're gonna do 41, 41, see what happens. I'm just gonna edit a bunch of stuff and see what happens. Yeah, I know you can do that kind of stuff. I've thought about messing with that. Save it, close it. Nope. Did I close the game? I did not. Okay, good. Oops, looks like something went wrong. So I broke it. Cool. That's what I was hoping for. Let me open this one instead. So there's these long strings of bytes. 24, 344. I know you can... I really wish I still had the old stuff for this because I did this such a long time ago. Let me see. I really wish I still had my old notes on this because I did so much work on this when I did it before that I really want to know where it went. Yeah, I have no idea where this old stuff went. So I wonder if I can Game Guardian the money. I think I could Game Guardian my money. I got an idea. So I know how we're going to figure out the differences in the data for this. So what we need to do is we're going to delete this shit. We're going to delete this entire folder. And what we're going to do is re-pull it. As it sits right now. So this is as the files sit right now. I have the APK. You can't mod this game by the APK. You have to do it by the game save. So what we're going to do is go back into the game. I'm going to sell my first car. Garage. No, wait. I wanted dealership. I mean, you could technically probably mod it that way, but there's no way for me to right now. Can't sell my only car, so I gotta buy this Civic. Oh, I can't freaking do that. It's so stupid. Then let me sell. Cool. And what we're going to do now is go back to my garage. See if that's in my first slot. It is. Perfect. And now what we have to do is re-pull the data, but in a different folder. So we're going to go to CD2. There we go. That pulled it. So now what we need to do is files, open with a hex editor. This is the one with the Civic in the first slot. And then this is the one with the 240 or whatever the hell. We can clearly see differences. So what I can do is analyze data comparison. Data 1 source. It's entirely fine. I don't know what fixed it. I just know that it's fine. If I'm being honest with you, I have no idea what fixed it. I'm kind of an idiot for not thinking of this. So, yeah, and it's fast. So the next thing that I have to do with the Golf is I need to bigger injectors, larger CC injectors, carbon clean it, and that's really it. I just have to do injectors and carbon cleaning and the cam follower because these cars are stupid. But once I have that done, I'll be fine. So carbon cleaning, it'll be good for another 150,000 miles. And the cam follower, that's got to be done. It does not, I could get it tuned to run that, but I'd rather not. You don't really see any gain in the gas mileage department, although it would be a lot cheaper on gas. But I think you get... So, story time. We're going to go story time. I have Coke and Kraken rum. I'll BRB because we're doing story time. cup. Daddy needs a cup. That's good enough. Which cup did I grab? One of these is dirty. That's not nearly enough Coke. I need a shot glass. Where's this here? Oh, this is really cool. All right, so I'm back. I got rum and Coke. We good. Wrong kind of Coke. Just kidding. I do not have that kind of Coke. I can't afford that kind of Coke. If I could afford that kind of Coke, I wouldn't have gotten a Golf. I would have gotten something better. Anyway. Where to begin? So, let me start at the beginning, but I'll kind of breeze through it and only give the basics. So, I bought the car... Shit, what's the fucking date today? So, it's the 4th. I bought the car back in September. I bought the car on, I believe, September 14th or 21st. One of those 2 days. I got it from the dealership. About here, the 12th, which is far less than a month after. Well, about a month after, depending on how you look at it. When I bought the car, I had John Doe over here following me. Hey, I got a Snapchat. Anyway, that's shameless self-promotion. So, when I bought the car, I signed an as-is, but with a 50-50 split warranty on engine, transmission, and drivetrain. So, if anything went wrong with the engine, transmission, or drivetrain, the dealership would cover 50% of the repair. I called them about here because I noticed some problems starting. So I got the car here or here. Either way, I was within the 30 days if I called them on the 10th because I started noticing some problems. It was misfiring. Now, I'm very new to cars. I'm very new to heavily modified cars. I didn't know the term misfire. I just knew that it was randomly unhappy. It was randomly unhappy is how I described it. I described it like the engine was hiccuping because I was an idiot until about now. And I still am, just less of an idiot. I called them. They told me, all right, if you bring it in, we'll charge you $100 to look at it and we'll go from there. You can bring it in like Saturday or some shit. So I realized I can't take it in because they're not going to give me a loaner while they have the car, and I have no way to get back home. The dealership that I bought this car from is an hour away from where I live, and I needed the car to get to and from work because they weren't going to actually look at it on Saturday. They were going to work on it on the next business day, which would have been Monday. And they would have diagnosed the car and figured it out from there. And if there was a repair involved, that $100 would have been built into the cost of whatever the repair is, plus the parts, and then the 50-50 split. The car started really having problems the day that I wanted to take it to them. And I didn't trust driving it an hour away without a ride home or without somebody following me there. So I just called it off. I didn't take the car there. I want to say, so it's the 4th now. On the 22nd, I dropped my car off at a Ganley dealership. Most of you, I'm guessing, know what Ganley is, like Ganley Honda, Ganley Volkswagen, Ganley Subaru. Unless it's only an Ohio thing, I don't know. I've never paid attention to see if Ganley is in another state or not. But basically, it was a Volkswagen dealership. I took it to them. They charged me $90. Well, quoted me $90 to look at my car. And in between here and here, about that 1 week spread, that 1 to 2 week spread, I took it upon myself to do a bunch of repairs to the car that I knew were needed every 20,000 miles. So for those of you who don't know these cars too well, they need something called a cam follower every like 10,000 miles. So Golf MK6R cam follower. They need this thing done every... Wow, that's really cheap. I guess it really doesn't matter which model Golf you have. You could do it with any. Huh. Anyway, that's cheaper than the one I bought. But, so you need to do the cam follower every 10,000 miles. You have to do the coil packs every 20,000 miles. So I have these ones. Those are the exact ones I have. Mine are directly out of an Audi R8, which is really cool. And you have to do the spark plugs, and I have to do NGK Iridium spark plugs. They're the little things that sit right here. These are what I had to do. And then I have to get the NGK Platinum Iridium plugs, and I have to gap them down. It's because the car's tuned. So since the car's tuned up to 380 crank horsepower, but yeah, since the car is tuned up to 380 crank power, so like 300 at the wheels, 290 at the wheels. I don't know the at the wheels number. It's never sat on a dyno. I have to do this stuff pretty often. So I have to gap the plugs down every time that I do it because of my tune. If I leave them at the standard 0.035 that they're gapped to, they end up just blowing out and you get misfires. So I have to gap them down to 0.025 every time I do my plugs, which isn't a big deal. I just can't lose my thing, my gap tool, which granted, they're only like $10 anyway. It doesn't matter. So I did all that stuff. I also did some other repairs with the cold air intake that I have. I have the VWR cold air intake. VWR intake. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I have this thing, the VWR air intake. This tells you right here how much money is in my car, by the way, when it comes to the mods on my car. So basically, this is what my engine bay looks like. This is my engine bay exactly right here, except I have the red top coil packs. I wish this image was bigger. But I have the red top coil packs. I have a custom diverter valve with a GFB DV Plus. And I have this air intake. And then there's some other custom stuff in here too. And then the exhaust underneath. Turbo back exhaust from APR. Golf MK6R APR turbo back exhaust. I think mine's 3.5. But yeah, I have this exhaust right here. So I've wow, that's more expensive than I thought. Oh my god, I'm going to add this exhaust to my insurance. Holy cow. That's a heart attack. I didn't know my exhaust was nearly $2,000. Wow. Anyway, after my absolute mind blow there, so when I got the car, the air intake that I was talking about, right here, this was misaligned. So there's a little gap that's built into the hood that actually the air intake screws into, and it's a vent that goes directly to the outside. So the faster you go, the more air intake you get, and it's forced air. And then on top of that, you have your turbo. That was misaligned. The custom piece right here was kind of broken, so I ghetto fixed that. I also rebuilt the GFB DV Plus diverter valve custom piece that's there. I'm going to be doing a PCV delete so I can get rid of this thing, because PCV valves with Stage 2 Plus are known to blow out their little diaphragms. They're known to just blow it out, and then you have a huge air leak or a huge vacuum leak, and it's just a pain in the ass to fix. So I'm going to be doing a that thing, PCV valve delete. I'm going to be doing a catch can instead, but that's all stuff for later. So that was misaligned. The wheels in the back of the car were misaligned on their adjustable springs. They were actually... Oh, let's not forget to mention, I have a $900 high-pressure fuel pump under my hood, too. This car is ridiculous. But the ST coilover springs in the back that are adjustable were both set to different heights. So I know the previous owner of my car. I've talked to him extensively. Very nice guy. He did not beat this car up at all. He drove it very well, very safely. Was not the type to floor it and see how fast he could go on the freeway type of guy, because he was a 40-year-old man. But yeah, now he's over 40 now. So we got the car when he was like 38, I think, because he's 44. 38, 39, he got the car and just started modding the hell out of it, because he runs a gigantic car meet here in Ohio, and just wanted to have a cool car. So he modified it. Now I have it. And where was I going with this? Oh yeah, somebody asked me what's going on with the car. John, you asked me what's going on with the car, and that started story time. Wow, my ADHD didn't let me forget that for once. That's great. So let's bring up the calendar again. So right here on the 22nd, I dropped my car off at Ganley Volkswagen. They originally told me, oh yeah, it'll be $90 for us to look at it and go from there and figure out what's wrong with your damn car. So they're looking at it, and they were suspecting it was going to take 2 hours, which it was $90 an hour to look at the car, but they only charged me for the first hour, supposedly. And from there, they looked at it, and they called me and they said, we don't yet know what the problem is. We've already gone through the first 2 hours. We need another hour, so it's going to be another $90. And I was like, all right, okay, fine. Just figure it out. Here's some information. And I had told them several times at this point that I did the coil packs and spark plugs myself, as well as fixed many other parts of the engine that were just visual fixes that I could do myself. And lo and behold, I get a call back within 2 hours. Hey, we pulled your coil packs out and put in the ones that are stock for the car, and the car's not misfiring anymore. Why didn't you do that in the first place? Why am I being charged $180 for something that you could have figured out in 5 minutes? I didn't actually say that on the phone. I really should have. And they kind of screwed me over on money at that point. I called the tuner that the car was heavily modified by, that they did some of the work, and they said, yeah, that would have been the first thing we checked. We would have charged you just like $50 to figure that out. And I was like, oh, well, damn it. Yeah, I ended up being charged after tax $218 for the shit that they did. For basically being... Also, when I went to pick up the car, they told me, yeah, we couldn't dig into it further to see if there were any other issues. Because your car is tuned and so heavily modified, we aren't allowed to touch any of the parts. So that also got me wondering, did they even actually pull those coil packs out? Now, let's fast forward to 3 days later. And why I actually haven't complained to the dealership. So, I haven't complained to the dealership because I have a theory on the mechanic. The mechanic messed with my car. He figured out what the problem was, and he fixed it. I don't know what he fixed. He put my coil packs back. They were the ones that were still misfiring when I put them in the car myself. My car's fixed. $218 later, my car is technically fixed. I shouldn't complain. I have a theory that the mechanic knows that people love to modify these Golf Rs, and that he figured out within that 3 hours of what the problem was with it actually misfiring, fixed it, didn't tell the dealership because maybe it would have gotten him in trouble, and they just gave me my car back and charged me what they charged me, and that's the end of it. That's why I haven't complained to the dealership. I think that mechanic was on my side, and I know a lot of the guys at that dealership do have modified cars by the same tuning shop that I use, or that the previous owner used for my car. I really believe that mechanic fixed my car, and I'm not going to complain because of that. So, story time over. Let me have a drink, because I totally forgot it. Wow, I put too much rum. I can just smell it. This is an expensive rum and coke. Ooh, that's perfect. Ooh. That's a good rum and coke. But yeah, everybody, when I brought the car in, everybody that likes Volkswagen and modifying them, everybody was just surrounding this car. Like, people love it. And like, I don't blame them. It's a cool goddamn car. So, knee toe news. My knees are still attached and my toes are still attached. That is the update for knee toe news. Cool. But but yeah, as far as Legends news, because we do not speak of challenge here. As far as Legends, the guy that's doing all the work of converting it from Adobe Flash to Unity is too busy with actual work, like his real life job basically, to work on the game right now. So the only current up to date information is basically what's posted on the TechX Discord. So if you go to the news and updates section, everything on the screen works: tachometer, gears, stage, gas, brake, clutch, no main menu, no email viewer or Nitto instant messenger. The red and green graph is just so I can debug variables, test power and delivery. I should have brought this onto the screen so you guys could see it, because you are not seeing it. My leg does end. It ends at my toes. But yeah, so basically this is the last update that he had. And as far as like any public updates to me, this is as much as I know too. So I told him, be as open and honest about it as you want. Don't hold back. Tell people what you need to tell them. Tell them at the same time as you would have told me anyway. So that's basically what I know as well. But this is something that I actually think is really cool, and what I might ask him to leave there is when you're on the practice track. When you're on the practice track, it'll show the dyno graph for while you're in the race and what your car is doing, where the RPMs are on the dyno. I've never seen a game do that for any kind of debugging or any kind of like figuring out your ratios and stuff and where it is in the RPMs and stuff like that. You kind of just got to picture it in your head. So I might ask him to leave that and make it a functional thing on the practice track. The Prelude is in pieces. I'm taking it apart, selling the base of it, keeping the body panels and the rare engine parts, the exhaust that's brand new, the interior bits that are good, selling a bunch of the rest, and saving up, buying another Prelude, and swapping all the good parts from my current Prelude onto the new one. And then I also have a total Jeep in my backyard, if we're talking all the cars that I own. I have a 97 Grand Cherokee sitting in my backyard that the frame rotted out. My girlfriend texted me like fucking 10 minutes ago. Hold on. There we go. Cool. Yeah, it was my girlfriend's car. She drove it for about almost a year. I think... No, less than that. It was like 9 or 10 months. That was it. We bought it from some guy for like $1,900 or $2,000. The passenger back door doesn't open. It's stuck closed. It had a lot of work done to it, and then the frame was so rusty underneath the car that the transmission support beam fell when she hit just like a manhole cover. And now the drivetrain is barely being held up. It's actually not being held up at all. She actually lost the little metal piece that holds the drivetrain in place away from the transmission support beam. And just from her hitting bumps in the metal of the drivetrain smacking into that metal support beam, it eventually broke away while she was just driving down the road and hit a small bump, and that was the end of it. So the Jeep is totaled as far as the frame is concerned. There's no way to fix it. The rust is too bad. You can't weld it back or anything. There's no fix. Yeah, she was fine. It happened within 5 minutes of her home. So, but yeah, she was fine. The kid was in it. He's fine. Just got to figure out what to do with the goddamn thing, because it has a new radiator. It has new radiator hosing. It has some other crap that's new in the engine. I think the exhaust is brand new. There's so much about that Jeep that is brand new. There's like $3,000 in repairs in that goddamn Jeep, and it's ridiculous that it's dead because of that. Oh, I was wondering who messaged me. I'll respond to him after I stream, because that's a Minecraft question. But yeah, I might part it out. I might do something else. I don't know. One of my friends has a lift, just to be safe, to see how bad the rust is on the Prelude. We might tow the Prelude to his house, put it on his lift, see how bad it is underneath, and see if we can inline 6 swap the engine from the Jeep to the Prelude and make it like a shark cart, like the guys from Hoonigan. Just take all the body panels off and leave it just a frame with an inline 6 engine on it, and have some fun with it. Make it like a drift cart, even though it's front wheel drive, so a drag cart, front wheel drive drag cart. As far as the snakes, you just asking all the questions. I have 4. I have 4 goddamn snakes, and they are all fine. 2 of them are like a year and a half old. The others are 6 months old. We are going to start breeding. We're going to start trying to breed next year. Oh, I gotta check my Facebook. I might be getting another cat, so give me 1 second. I need to check and see if I got messages that for some reason don't show up on my phone. Let me see here. Nope, okay. Anyway. I don't think so. The smoke alarm that's above my head that was beeping in that one stream that I was yelling at because I was not drunk but tipsy. That one is dead. Dead. Never changed the battery. It's dead. You know. God rest its soul. And there is one in the basement that's dying, but it only beeps like once every 2 hours. So oh, speaking of the previous owner of my Golf, he just messaged me. Hey, do you want to be at this show? Would be cool to see my car again. Dude, I don't do anything. I really don't. Like, there's no point in me going on Snapchat. What was I doing on this stream? Pixel car racing modding. Let me get back to that. Yummy. Anyway, what was I freaking doing? Alright, so let us mark down what changed, because this is useless information now. Going in blind was the dumb idea. So, you know, I'm always up for just talking and hanging out. Car parking? Oh god, those games are terrible. Why? I like parking. I like hacking games that have a reason to be hacked. That's pretty much it. So 0x82 through 0x84. So is there a way to like go to next on analyze? Next difference is F6. So F6. So 0x04, 84, and 85. What was previous? Shift F6. So, yeah, the 30 stayed put, but that's okay. I can always change that. Maybe the name just threw me off, and I was judging the book by its cover. Why did I just sound like a Minecraft villager? Car parking multiplayer? Huh. This doesn't look bad. 50 cars with interiors. Car settings, suspension, exterior, engine tuning, gears setting, COG settings, multiplayer free drive, chat, 75 levels, truck parking, traffic cars, pedestrians, big environment. Jesus. We're going to download that. But for right now, Civic bytes. So 43, 30, 35, 45. What was that? The 240SX is what you start with? 34, 30. Uh, 46, 34. Cool. I would love to have something that old. My ex-brother-in-law, because they got divorced, he had a 300ZX when they were like brand new out in the 80s, early 90s. And he had like, it was fully loaded. This car freaking talked to you. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen one of the ones that's fully loaded, but like when you start the car, apparently it says like hello to you from the radio. Kind of like the cars from the movies. What's that really famous car that talks to people? Or talks to the driver? What was that? Smokey and the Bandit? I think. Yeah, he had the 300SX that was like fully fucking loaded. You should see some of the car... Oh, Knight Rider. My bad. Smokey and the Bandit. No, that was some country hick movie. I just insulted an entire group of people. But we're going to have some fun here. So we know at 82 to 85, it's 43, 30, 35, 45. We're going to have some fun with that because we know there's an amount of data there in between that we can fuck with. So it should be, where is it? 43, 30, 35, 45. 43. I was looking at shit. So it should be C05E4. 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 There it is. So let's go. Changing the car ID is going to be much harder than I thought. Let's not remember that I said that. You can download cracked Minecraft launchers, but you can't play on the same servers as people who bought it. You'd have to play on cracked servers. And there's not many, for some reason. I'm kind of surprised there's not many. I don't want to change that just yet. I'm not going to mess with cars much. Instead, I think what we're going to do is hack the money and buy every single car and figure out their bytes and go from there. So let's do something else. Let's see what else I found, because that's car slot 1. Oh, this is all going to be car slot 1. What am I thinking? So this is car ID in that slot. Car slot 1 info. There we go. So let's see what else changed, because F6, there we go. So there's some other info over here. 0x. What is that? 9A through 0x. 9B 9C, 9D. 9D. Civic bytes. $43.30. I totally just typed 34. 43.30. 39. 32. 240 SX. Bytes. This is the fun of modding. Sort of. I mean, I grew up playing flight simulators. I never played like Flight Simulator X or anything like that because those weren't my type. But I grew up playing like F-16 multi-role fighter, MiG-21 Fulcrum, and I believe I had F-22 Raptor as a kid. I still have the box and stuff for F-16 multi-role fighter. I just don't know where it is. So, 46... That's 38, 39, 31. And then next is 0x. I guess this doesn't need to be this big. Put it right here then. So 0x15A through 0x15 D. Civic bytes. $35, $36, $44, $33, 24. God damn it. 240 SX. Oh, that'll be cool. Do I have a section? Which Discord was it that I forgot to make a... Throw them in the either the memes section or the self-promo section. I think that'll be best. Probably the memes section. Interesting. I think that either of those won't be a bad hit there. Bytes. 34, 43, 43, 44. Interesting byte layout. And then what is next? 1A is 0x1A 3 through 0x1A, I'm guessing 4. Yep. So this is car ID stuff, I guess. This all has to do with the car, so I'm going to figure out why here in a minute. 35, 43, 41, 30. 40 SX. Go for it. 41, 41, 41, 36. Well, that was easy enough. 0x1B D through 0x1C 1, I'm guessing. Oh. What is going on here? It's not lined up. that was interesting. That's the only byte for that that's changed. Civic bytes. Oh, that's some magic shit I can't answer. I'll tell you that. Hold on one sec, guys. Everybody wants to talk about my Golf R. Whatever. Anyway, 32, no, 30 to 40 SX bytes, 32. So we're going to change that byte because that's a single byte, and that might be like a car ID thing. So that might be interesting to change. Anyway, that's going to be fun to change. I know I'm going through like the entire full file, and at this point it feels very pointless to go through the entire file. There's like, how many changes are there? Not as many as I thought. Okay. We're going to go back to the single one, which is right there. And now it's 2E. 0x 2e 3 through 0x 2e, oops, 5. Civic bytes. There's a lot more to this than I thought. Oh, yep, yep. 30, 30, 34, 30. Oh, I don't need that last 30. Do I? No, I don't. 240 SX bytes. This is going to be a real pain in the ass project, I just realized. 46, 30, 33. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's it. And then 0x. No, that's 4. 46, 30, 33, 46. Oh, it starts on 2. Oops. No. Shit. We are on 2E2. There we go. So 30, 30, 34, 30, 46, 30, 33, 46. There we go. 2, 3, 4. And then 0x 3, 1, 2 through 0x 3, 1, 4, 5. bytes. 30, 30, 30, 30. Interesting. 240 SX bytes. 46, 30, 33, 46. 0x. There shouldn't be many more. Hmm. 32A through 0x32 C D. Wow, this is not as fun as I was expecting. More changes than I thought, but this is the dread that's going to go into this. So 240 SX bytes. I would be better off to make a spreadsheet for this. So this is number 2, this is number 1. This is pretty much unmodded, bought a car. Interesting. No differences found. Cool. So that's all the differences for one car. So right away, no similarities. That's interesting. Let's go back to 1BD or 18D. We're going to change one. What was that? 18D is what I said? Or was it 1B? No, it's 30 here. Hold on. Ah, God. I hate that it doesn't auto-align. That's so stupid. Oh, it's 1B. That might be a car part thing, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I can't see you guys. Have you managed to hack a racing game completely? I mean, like, easier part, like money down, the amount completely, a car's BHP weight, tires with, etc. So I've never done anything kind of like what Crazon did to CSR2. I've never done stuff like that. I pretty much just go in and be lazy and do the minimum. Nito. John is right. I kind of forgot about Nitto for a second. Nitto's the only game that I absolutely just like. Excuse my language, but this is the only word I can think of for this. If you're younger than the age of 18, close your ears in 3, 2, 1. I hope your ears are closed. I literally sodomized Nitto Legends. But that's the last game that that's really the last game that I went absolutely full bore on. Racing Rivals, I definitely gave a shit ton of effort. And then CSR2 Beta, I absolutely ruined. But other than that, that's really the last time I did absolutely monumentous monumental damage to a game. Oh, I'm going to have to get off in a minute. My girlfriend's on her way home. But let's see what happens if I modify this real quick. So we're going to make it 33. Actually, no, we'll go to the number in the middle. We'll make it 31. And then we're going to push that back. I need... Yeah, this is 2. Emulator. Delete. Yes. Drag and drop. That's it. Can I move this with this? Create. Fuck you. I hate that I can't do this in an easier way. Let's see what this does real quick, and then we'll call it a night here as I streamed for 2 hours longer than I meant to. Delete. Delete. Copy. Well, actually, we'll move, because that's a little bit easier. Data. Data. We gotta go really far down. Studio Furukawa. Files, paste. Alright, let's launch the game and see what the hell happens here that I modified literally 1 byte of data. Still a Civic. Nothing different on it. So, do any of you actually play this game like heavily and have just a million spare parts? Oh, you might not be able to. Shit. What's your username on the Discord? No, that was... No, John. What's your name on the Discord? Oh, I see you. You might be able to now. I don't know why you wouldn't have been able to before. Should be able to now. You should be able to just hit, like, I don't know if you're on mobile or PC, but there is a way to upload photos to the Discord. I'll look at them in a minute. I want to figure out what the hell I changed. I probably should have looked at these numbers first. Would love to figure out how to change the engine. But, like I was saying, does anybody heavily play this game? Because there's something really old that I'd like to mess with. I'm not going to pay $200 to run a fucking dyno. Is your device rooted, Fuji? The device that you play the game on? I have no idea what I changed. That byte change, I think, did absolutely nothing. There is... I can send you steps if you need them, but there's a file from you that, since you play this game, there's a file from you that I want. Yeah, you can play. I would recommend Nox Player before BlueStacks, because Nox Player is more customizable, and you can actually root Nox Player very easily with just, hey, look, I'm rooted now. I think it's bignox.com. But if you'd be willing to grab and share the game save data, it definitely should. I get notifications about it. I just haven't tried the game yet. But yeah, Fuji, if you don't mind, this file is what actually holds all your car parts. And since I lost all my game save information, I no longer have all my car parts. So, actually, no, I don't need you to give me that. Never mind. I have a better way I can go about it. I'll just do it with Game Guardian. I'll just hack my money. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I lied. I just want to figure out where my money is. Let's just start modifying shit. I mean, that works too. This is how Legends began. So we know what bytes to modify. 3443. The only thing that's confusing for me about this is these letters in between. So, like, it's not as easy as I remember. One of these is like paint color, but they're basically the same paint color. So I don't think that's it. Should have bought a car that was a different color. We'll do this directly on here instead. So let's see. We want to modify 560.34. 560.34. 560.34. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we don't want to modify that 4, do we? No, we do want to modify that 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 560.34. So for 5C23. We're just going to do that. I bet you it's broken now. It's not. What changed? Nothing. Yeah, it's finally running fine. About damn time. So what the hell changed? Something changed. You don't modify that many bytes for a file and have no changes to your freaking car. I know I modified this before with the hexadecimal. I've also modified this stuff by hex. Standard wheels. no nos. Brakes, fine. That's fine. That's fine. No turbo info. So what changed? I'll figure it out and I'll make a video about it because I think my girlfriend's home. So I'm going to hop off here. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace out. Or enjoyed. My money changed. That was staring me in the face. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.